I've tested a lot of open ear hooks, true wireless Bluetooth, but those here are the best ones I have heard so far. This is my review of the Honor Earbuds Open. So let's get started. Here we have the packaging, Honor Earbuds Open, and if you take a look around here, it's a typical Honor's package. I already opened it up, and usually you get like a little bit of piece of paper that describes you how to adjust them so that they fit nicely in your ears. But I scrapped this off because I was using them. Here we have the charging case already, and what comes included is not a cable, which I was like a bit surprised not seeing, but paper material. So you can have your warranty card in here and instructions that you can use, or you can just watch this video and I will give you instructions on how to use them. So this out of the way, let's take a look at the charging case. This is the Honor logo here. We have the white version. I think there's a black version as available as well. It's a bit of creamy white. It's not totally white. You can see it's plastic, but we have a nice little pattern here that reminds me a bit of leather, and not only in the front but also on the back. Then we have a charging LED indicator that also tells you about how they are charged, or if they're charging up, or if they're in pairing mode. So it's a multicolored LED. And then we have already the presentation of the earbuds themselves. You can see they have a very flat kind of design for a charging case. USB Type-C port there for charging. It's a bit of bigger there, but it's very flat, so you can nicely fit it in your bags without any issue, or even your trousers if you need to. And yeah, this is the design of them presenting when you open it up. They will go automatically into pairing mode and will pair with your Honor devices without any issues. We have a pairing button there nevertheless if you want to pair. It's a bit of hidden there, but I think you can see it. And then we have them, the earbuds ear hooks themselves. You can see we have a bit of a glossy material here. This is the touch area as well, where you do your taps and swipes and so on. We have lots of holes here. There's a microphone hole, there's a microphone hole, there is a speaker or microphone hole, and there is another one somewhere hidden. There's a one, and there's the main speaker, and these are the charging pins. Then we have the battery compartment here, also with the indicator for left and right, which is quite nice. And the ear hook itself. If you want to put the ear hook on, this is how you do it. You just flap it. Oops. Let's do it like this. It's a bit hard to show it on camera. You flap it on, and the battery part goes behind your ear, and then this one should fit and fire in your hole, in your ear hole. But you can adjust it like left and right to make it fire the best way in your ear hole, so you get the best sound quality that is possible with those. I just put the other one on. The only thing that I noticed is they're quite stiff here, and they don't have like the possibility, like flexible, to open it up a little bit more. So you have to like bend it a little bit. It is like a bendable feature that you have, and then you can put it on, because otherwise they might, and this was the first case I put them on, were a bit like too tight for me, and then it started hurting. If it starts hurting, just bend them a little bit, open them up a little bit, and then they don't pinch your ears anymore, and then it'll fit nicely, and then you can wear them for hours without even noticing. After a few seconds, you just notice that you don't feel them anymore, which is very cool, because they're lightweight and they let in all the sounds. If I'm talking right now, no issue at all with this one. So this is very nice in terms of fit and comfort. After a while, you just forget them. You can wear them everywhere if you want to, without noticing that you have them on your ear, which is quite good, because you can hear your surrounding, but at the same time you can listen to music, you can hear podcasts and so on. Very good. This is now recording with the Honor Earbuds Open, and these surprised me really. Open over the ear hooks, basically, from Honor, surprised me in two things. One is the audio quality, and when I put them on, I was listening to a little movie at the start, and I wanted to just like check out how movie recording is with this, or how they sound with movie. And I watched the whole movie because it was so intense and pulled me in. This 3D kind of sound effect pulled me in with those, that I was just surprised that they are sounding so great and create this like immersive experience, even though they're completely open. I could hear everyone talking to me, coming into the room and wanting something from me. On the other hand, I'm quite surprised also that those with the hook over the ear have ANC.
mind-blowing.
Lots of people will ask, is that even possible? ANC, active noise cancellation. We know this from big cans that you put over your ear, or even in-ears that you just put in your ear. They are sealing quite nicely, and then they can really create noise cancellation and filter out noises for airplanes, or if you commute with a train or with a bus or something like this. All those little noisy things, you can just turn them off. This ANC is also called ANC, but it's doing it a bit differently because you have an open design, and you want to have an open design because you want to jog with them, you want to cycle with them, you want to hear your surroundings still, but being able to react to it, but being able then to listen to your podcast or music on the go without the sound leakage as well, which is might be a bit of an issue with those, only if you have them very, very loud. ANC on those is more for things where you're outside and there's a lot of noise going on, but you still want to be able to take a call, or you still want to be able to listen to your podcast. So if the outside noise is getting too loud, you want to concentrate more on your music, more on your podcast, or more on the caller that is calling you right now and the talk that you are holding up with them, then this ANC is working. So it is not something that you put on and you take a next flight and want to filter out all the noises from the airplane. That is not the purpose of those. The purpose of those is you listen, you have them every day on, you can listen to everyone talking to you all the time. In workplaces, for example, very nice if you have team calls, but you also have colleagues sitting right next to you that want to talk to you, so you have the possibility to react to them directly. You don't have to wait a second, I pull it out. And no, this is very, very nice on kind of a design. But if you need to concentrate, then this ANC is working because it's muffling just a little bit. So if I turn it on right now, what I hear now is my own voice a little bit more muffled. I get a little bit of this ANC effect. And also some surrounding noises are getting a little bit muffled, but they're still coming in because it's not sealing my whole ear. But still I have this effect of I can listen to music, to my podcast, or to my colleague that is calling me a bit nicer because I can concentrate more on his voice, because some outside surround noises are cancelled out a little bit. But it's cancelled out a little bit, so it's not completely suppressed. You can still hear if someone is coming in to the door and is talking to you, you can still hear it. It's just it helps you concentrating on what you have now playing right now instead of the outside world. So this is the point of this ANC, why they put it in. Maybe they should call it differently. They call it ANC because technically it's doing the same thing as ANC is doing. Just a marketing tip for Honor. Maybe call it something differently, like concentration mode or something like this, that allows us to concentrate on more on your music or what's going on. But it's okay if they call it ANC, but it's definitely not an ANC that you can expect with others, even if they're using the same kind of technology here. It is impressive, nevertheless, that they are doing this here with the Earbuds Open, because no one else, as far as I'm aware, did ANC on such earbuds so far. So let's get the ANC now out of the way, and let's talk a little bit about other features that we have with them. Let's have a quick walk through the software. I have an Honor phone here, the Honor 400 Pro. That is, by the way, very, very nice phone. If you're interested in this, I have many videos about those here. And I can go in here. I have them already connected. They're now called Loki for some reason. Maybe the previous tester called them like this. And I can go into configuration and have some basic configuration here. This is probably the configuration that you will also have when you open them up in other phones. Call audio, media audio, contact sharing, Bluetooth auto connect, and sync volume with phone, sync all ringtones. There's some more settings that allow you to have use dual connection and multi-device switch. So after being paired with multiple devices, the earbuds can automatically switch between Honor phones and tablets. And this is very nice. So if you get a call, you're listening to a movie or a video on your tablet and you get a call with your phone, it's automatically switching over. So I would recommend turning this on because it's a very nice feature. You can perform some updates. I have the newest version installed, or not installed. There's a new version coming out. So you can see 9.0.167 is out there. So I will update to this new version and show you then a little bit more about the software. And by the way, after I installed the update, I got just a new update, 9.0.188, so a new update here that I have to install before I can show you the app. And as I'm having them currently updated to hopefully the latest firmware 9.0.242, and they're always talking about connection stability has been improved, I have to tell you a little bit about the stability of the connection. Even with the first firmware that I had here installed, was very, very good. So I could walk with them out of the house even, had them wearing, listening to my podcast, and they were upstairs, 3rd floor. So I'm not joking, like 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor. I was going outside, throwing the trash out. I had to walk a little bit from the house away to put the trash away. And they were still connected and I still could hear stuff. I only noticed when I was like for a slight split second when I was going around the corner that they stuck for a second and then they started playing again, that something is going on. But otherwise, really, really good. And I'm surprised how well they are here. Let's have to get them out here to connect them again. I'm very, very surprised by how well they are staying in connection. I think they're just using Bluetooth 5.2 or 5.3, but still the connection that they are holding is quite perfect here. And I'm surprised by how well they are doing. So let's try to connect them manually. There we go. This works now. And there's a new update available again. Impossible. Another new update. No, now they are updated. Yes, 9.0.242 is the newest update as of what day do we have right now? In August 2025. I think it's the 22nd, 23rd, something like this. So yeah, Bluetooth connectivity, stability, top notch. Yeah, you saw me charging the case, but yeah, I was like thinking already, can I get them even empty? Because it took me more than a week to get them empty, really, with the case here, because they, on itself, those earbuds here, can last 7 hours on a single cycle. And with this one here, 26 hours. You see it here on the screen. This is just ridiculous. So you can get through, I just got through a work week and even longer because I use them for a few team calls and that's it. And then I'm listening maybe to music and something like this for an hour or two. And then I put them back in the charging case. So it took me more than a week to get them really completely empty, where the buds were still full, but the charging case was at 7% or something like this. So I thought, oh, maybe just let's charge the case. So battery life is fantastic with those. Yeah, there are definitely some that are even further, like going 40 hours or more. But look at this charging case, how small and thin and lightweight it is together with the earbuds. They are also very thin and lightweight. So yeah, this is like fitting perfectly for me, and battery life is definitely something that will get you through work week of team calls and so on. If your team calls are not so long, I cannot imagine someone having a call that is like 7 hours long or something like this. And yes, they're draining a little bit faster when you're in a call because the microphones are working as well. So well, let's just withdraw 2 hours from the 7 hours, then you get to 5 hours. No one has a 5-hour call, I hope. Anyway, battery life fantastic on the Honor Earbuds Open. And right after this update, I can now show you the application that is also available for other Android applications, other Android phones. It's called Honor AI Space. You can click on it and then you have your Honor Earbuds here. I just renamed them, of course, from locally to it's Honor Earbuds Open, and we can see the charging case left and right. The charging case and left and right indication 100%. We have the noise control here where we can set noise cancelling or off. And then we have EQ mode where we can have workout amplifier or original EQ. So there are two EQ options that we have here. We have dual connection that we can turn on. Prefer to the device we can set to auto, so it automatically switches. This is the same setting we were talking about earlier. Then we have a pretty cool feature called AI Translate. This uses AI voice and I hit agree here. While using the app, I am allowing it to control it, and this allows me to use the headphones to control and translate stuff. Let's do it easy here, and we translate from English to German or from German to English. So let's start. This is a little test that I'm saying here right now. And I hear now what the person is saying.
Anna here now.
And we could like do it. I have one earbud in my ear and the other person has the other one on his ear, and we can have a translation like this. So let's try it out with my both ears and hope I don't get confused between English and German. So let's do English first. How? How? Let's do it again. How are you today? Mir geht es gut. Danke der Nachfrage.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
So you see, it's working fine with this. It can work with the phone. I, for now, for some reason, have like that it's like outputting via the phone. But yeah, definitely something that you can set up here. Tap to record, loop recording, auto broadcast, and there's some settings as well. Allow, and there I can have a home screen. Let's put it to the home screen. I like that. I have a voice that I can change. I have a font that I can change as well if I need to. So this is the AI translate feature, and we have the ability, you can see here, different modes, like exclusive mode. One person wears the earbuds and the other person uses the phone's speaker to listen to the translation. Or we have shared mode. Two persons wear one earphone each to listen to the translation. This is what I was referring to earlier. So you can use this to have a conversation with someone. And that is happening in English, but there are other languages as well. There's Chinese, Mandarin, and you can even switch to Cantonese as well, which is quite nice. There's English, French, German, lots of other languages, Portuguese, Thai, Turkish, Russian. So they have lots of, and of course the target languages are also plentiful there. Lots of languages that you can, even Arabic, Japanese, there are some more complicated languages that you can translate to, which is quite nice. And this is a nice feature. You need to rely on internet connection because I think it is not running without internet connection. Let's just turn internet off. I have mobile data turned off already. Let's see if it works here offline. No network connection, so you need internet connection, mobile data then when you are out and about to be able to use this feature. And I hope this will also work in China, for example. I could imagine using this in China eventually, and it's not relying on some Google services for it to work. So yeah, this is the AI translate feature. We have several shortcuts that we can set up, and let's talk about the shortcuts a little bit. So we have the possibility to answer a call by just twice tapping to answer the call or end the call even when you are in a call. Then we have left and right. Tap twice for play and pause. You can change it if you want to. So next track, previous track, and so on. So if you only want to have your left or right ear for play pause, you can have the possibility to do so. There's a triple tap available as well. You can see the triple tap is by default doing previous track, and the right one is doing next track. Very nice. I like that already. There's press and hold options like rejecting a call or hang up a call. And turn on off noise cancellation. I'm not sure why is it grayed out here. Apparently you cannot change it. And there's a swipe feature. Yes, you can even swipe. So you have all the controls necessary to increase or decrease the volume. If you don't like it, you can turn it off, but by default it increases and decreases the volume. And this is pretty powerful because you have the control play, pause, next, previous track, and the volume up and down. So everything that you need actually for controlling this. Very, very nice. Then the update feature, I'm trying it again just for fun. And there's another update coming. It's impossible. I have to test and install another update. So why not updating the newest firmware automatically? I have to like go through all the updates apparently. Anyway, I will later install the new update there as well. And then we have Find My feature here, Find Earbuds, so they will start to peep left and right, and you can hear them and then find them. There's a user guide as well. If you lost the user guide or it's too small for you to read, yes, I'm getting old, my eyes are getting bad. You have like here basic operations that will explained quite nicely, and this user guide shows you also some nice animations there on how to use them. So very, very nice indeed. So yeah, this is basically all the settings. There's some device settings as well, additional settings, like you can rename your device like I did here. It was previously called Loki for some reason. You can have some device information, open source licenses and plugin version that you can have here. You can remove the device if you want to. So yes, these are all the options. I think the most interesting ones are the shortcuts, the AI translation option as well, and I think the EQ mode. We have the original one here. And we have the workout amplifier, which amplifies everything a little bit. And I think this one here is specifically useful, yeah, if you wanted the sound in general to be a little bit louder. So it's just raising the sound a little bit louder, and the earbuds are a bit louder than in the original mode. That's everything. Sadly, you don't have any other EQing options here. So I would like them to be able to EQ, maybe have a normal equalizer, 10-band equalizer. That would be pretty damn good. If you would like have the option to just like adjust it, maybe share the equalizing profile with other people maybe on the AI Live app, or just as a file or something like this that you can import here. Ideas that are spreading in, but nevertheless, the default sound profile is so good, and there we come to the sound that I pretty much don't need to EQ it. As I said, listening to music with them, so good. I have tested so many others, and this is the best feature about them. I think they're using a dual driver setup, so they don't have like a single dynamic driver, 60mm, but they have another one that is only available for the highs and for surround sound. They do it. The other ones are also doing it because you can like hear everything around you, so there's a bit of a surround effect, but those are doing it so well that when I started listening to a little piece of movie there, I was so hooked, because like it was like a criminal kind of movie, so about detectives searching for someone who killed someone, footsteps and such things, like everything, like I felt like I was in a cinema, because it was loud enough not to disturb anyone around me, but loud enough again that I was immersed into the movie. And this is an effect that was so surprising to me. I was not expecting that. I was so hooked into the movie that I watched the whole movie because the sound was so good. The movie was okay-ish, let's say like this, but the sound was so good. Everyone was like clearly audible. The effects were so nice. The surround effects that I had definitely with them. I was hooked. And then I started listening to music, and I was even more surprised about how balanced they are sounding. They have this thumpy bass that you want. It's of course not as thumpy as an in-ear or the cans that you have over your ear, but it's definitely there. You enjoy your music and your bass as well. But they also make the highs pretty good. And this is why they have, I think, the tweeter there built in. The highs are sounding very nice, because there are others that are very good also in this open hook design in providing a lot of bass, but then everything is very, very warm, and yeah, the highs are not so crystal clear, the voices are not so crystal clear, the mids are not so crystal clear, everything is a little bit like muddy sounding, like, let's say it like this. And those here don't do it. They have crispy highs, they have crispy mids as well. Sometimes even I could imagine being too sparkly, but this is because I have this like higher workout raising ability EQ turned on. In the original mode, they're a little bit pointed down, so then you don't have this so much. But sibilants, sometimes you have sibilants there as well, depending on the singers and how high the tones are getting there. But most of the time, I'm very surprised by how good and balanced they are sounding. Lots of bass, good highs, and yeah, scooped out mids a little bit, but still good in identifying and enjoying the vocals of music. And for vocal heavy music, for example, it's very, very nice sound that you get out of those. And I'm surprised. Yes, they can get very, very loud. Sometimes if you get them very, very loud, then your surroundings might hear a little bit of them as well, so don't get them too loud. But let's be honest, if you have them too loud, then at least for me, I cannot listen too loud to any earbuds. So at one point they are like painfully loud. So I'm just like listening mostly to 50%, sometimes even 40%, depending if it's like a podcast or something like this and it's quiet in the room. But if it's louder getting there outside, then usually bump the volume a bit high. But of course I can use also the ANC feature, which also allows you to listen to lower audio. This is why ANC is also very, very nice, because you can listen to lower volume audio. So it's not firing too loud. Your surroundings are not like getting disturbed, but you still have the ability to clearly hear what you're listening to. So very nice feature as well. So overall, Honor Earbuds Open, they blew me away in terms of sound quality. Now, all in all, the Honor Earbuds Open, let's sit down and let's talk a little bit about them, because I'm very impressed, especially by the sound quality that you can get out of them. I'm also impressed by the noise cancellation that you get with them, because it is useful, it is helpful. I was never imagining that noise cancellation, if someone would like, what a gimme, you don't need it. But no, for those, it's very, very useful, because you can concentrate more on the music that is playing, on the podcast that is playing. Very, very helpful feature that I was not expecting. And together with the sound quality, I was like thinking, it's another like open hook. They sound almost all the same. They're pretty good with bass because they figured it out. But then the highs are a bit lacking. You can watch some certain stuff. You can do calls with them because microphones are usually good and solid. I was not expecting so much. I was like expecting them to be the upper tier like all the other ones, basically. But they blew me away in terms of sound quality, because I never was expecting them to be so 3D kind of surround sound that we have with them right now, especially for movies. Very, very good, but also music, very, very nice to listen to, and podcasts as well. They're very comfortable. Let's say all of them mostly are comfortable, but those are also very comfortable because they're so lightweight, so not pressing so much on your ear. You don't notice them, which is quite good. But the ANC, the noise cancellation, is something that I was not expecting to be so helpful and useful. And the mic quality being a little bit better than the others. 3 mics are on board here, and they're really very nicely filtering out the noises around me. Wind noises, maybe not so much, but other noises around me, very nice, so that probably if I'm on the call, no one will hear where I am actually, that I'm outside, for example, if it's not windy, of course, because wind noises are a bit of issue. Very nice indeed with those here. The Honor Earbuds Open, I'm praising them because they're very, very good. I know Honor sent them to me, but all the other ones that I have, you saw them. It's not that I'm in need of some open earbuds, ear hooks. I have tons of them, but I was impressed, because it's hard with all the good ones that are out there to set something on top and so far away from everyone else in terms of like features, in terms of battery life, maybe not, but sound quality, and in terms of lightweight and thickness, and how you can carry them easily with you. Because this one here, it's more comfortable. There are smaller cases out there, but this one feels a little bit more comfortable to carry, even though it's like a little bit on the larger sides for sure, because it's so thin. It will fit in the pocket quite nicely. Yeah, call me impressed. The Honor Earbuds Honor Earbuds Open. If you are interested in them, there's a link down below, so you can check them out directly and get them from Honor. That's it. Until the next time. Bye. Oh, 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 oh. Wohin der Wind mich weht, ich nehm dich überall mit hin. Oh, und bin ich auch am Ende von der Welt, ich komm zurück, ich komm irgendwann zurück. Oh, 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 oh. those. Very nice sounding.